姿を見て、
すごい迫力ですよね。
ButterBean possesses an imposing 300-pound frame packed with sheer power. Known for his devastating knockouts in MMA, kickboxing, and boxing, ButterBean has left a trail of destruction in the ring. Today, we bring you a compilation of his top 10 ice-cold knockouts in the world of boxing.
Immediately following that knockdown, big right hand, and then a bit of a push with the left as White goes back.
Peter McNeely, the infamous boxer who faced Mike Tyson after his release from prison, became known for being knocked out in the first round.
Stop that nonsense because it was starting to butt heads. Oh, Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again. Rounders, ButterBean. Is this too risky for him?
As the bell rings, ButterBean wastes no time and immediately engages with McNeely. The fight quickly becomes a strategic battle as both fighters search for their rhythm.
1-6. That should tell you something. Between the two guys, they have 89 wins, and neither of them have fought a round lighter than ButterBean.
ButterBean intentionally misses with a right hook, setting up a wild combination.
Oh, he missed with the right, fires away with it.
From that moment on, it becomes a game of hunter and prey. Just seconds before the round ends, the referee steps in to halt the fight.
McNeely's head back, another uppercut. It's all ButterBean. McNeely ready to go, and that's it. He throws a nice overhand right, misses, comes back with a hook, another right hand, and McNeely offers up nothing. The referee
Team of the 4-rounders, ButterBean.
Danger is Doug Norris.
Despite his surname, Doug Norris has no relation to the legendary Chuck Norris. However, he possesses an impressive physique, unlike ButterBean, emphasizing his commitment to diet and muscle mass.
He won several regional tournaments and got to the...
Straight punches from Norris kept ButterBean at a distance as he was not as successful in landing his punches. And there it starts to start banging, where Norris looked quite good. He probably lost the round, but stood his ground. Maybe he has some link to Chuck himself somehow.
That time, Doug Norris got his head in his stomach. The box. Ron Katz, the matchmaker,
Emboldened by his courage, Norris enters the second round, only to be caught with a devastating blow.
KO. And you see a reason why. He'll outbox him, but then he'll get...
The finishing move renders him motionless, and ButterBean effectively demonstrates the superiority of his style over bodybuilding.
Then he'll get popped.
They clashed heads, and that's what hurt Doug Norris. I was joking, but that was the problem. Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug Norris.
Give all the previous sins of the fight. I don't even like to think of myself. Eric Esch. He's his right hand there.
Following his victory over Norris, ButterBean sets his sights on celebrating his 10th anniversary in the ring with a bout against his twin brother, Paul Springer. Paul's habit of sending explicit pictures to young females under his brother's name has caused Eric trouble. And it's time to put an end to the madness. Paul attempts to clinch and utilize his weight advantage against Eric, which already sounds weird. However, after just 47 seconds into the first round, Paul Springer finds himself lying unconscious on the canvas.
Здоровенный, только более мускулистый. Ну вот. На этом все и кончилось.
Two powerful hooks, timed perfectly as he enters the clinch, conclude the fight decisively.
Still undefeated, Eric ButterBean.
Let's have a big round of applause for Pat Jackson.
Pat Jackson, standing at an imposing 6'5" with a record of 1 victory and 1 loss, presents a formidable challenge for ButterBean. Although his size makes it difficult for Eric to target his opponent's head, he redirects his shots towards Jackson's body.
Wanted Pat Jackson to stand in front of him, utilizes every inch of the ring, and he wishes him to do lighter moving. They wanted for ButterBean, as you heard. His jab's not much. Bean comes in.
Well, exactly. He is a candidate.
By the third round, Pat is exhausted and does everything in his power to avoid Eric's blows.
It's the face of Jackson. Try a left hook to the body, then go upstairs. Now he's uppercutting.
The interesting thing, Dave, is he has on the red, white, blue trunks. It's called ButterBean. The other
Just as the round concludes, ButterBean throws a powerful punch, inadvertently hitting the referee and knocking him out. Witnessing the power of the king of the four-rounders, Jackson decides not to continue, granting ButterBean another victory.
Jackson doesn't want to go on, and one happy guy is Terry Wood, who doesn't have to ref anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lewis, the facelifter Monaco.
Louis Monaco, another bodybuilder with a handsome appearance, seeks to test his skills against the living legend ButterBean.
I think you're safe in assuming that. There is ButterBean.
Cowboy Bill Eaton.
By this time, Eric has already earned the title of IBA champion in the super heavyweight division. Determined to settle their unfinished business, he faces Billy Elton once again. Their previous encounter ended in a draw, with Billy being the first fighter to pose a real threat to Eric in the ring.
ButterBean says he will go at him, but this time a lot more.
As the second match begins, Barry leads with his lightning quick straight left.
And Eaton coming out very confident in the early going.
Landed a couple of things. They landed in a draw.
Connected.
But what I see now is that Eaton, he's trying to box him. He's actually trying to make ButterBean miss. Oh, he got...
ButterBean looks very sluggish to me right now.
Although the fight appears to favor Billy in the judges' eyes, Eric remains unfazed, knowing that a single well-placed shot can determine the outcome.
Bean caught him with a left hook.
While Eric lands several punches, they aren't enough to call the fight definitively. However, in the third round, Billy employs the ropes and dopes style reminiscent of Muhammad Ali. Eric stays calm and composed, delivering the necessary blows to end the fight prematurely and successfully defend his title, albeit at the expense of his opponent's well-being. And he still achieves his goal by knocking out the enemy with powerful blows.
All but over. Bean. Target practice. Over now. It's all over.
He was doing the best he could. There he got nailed with that looping
hook right to the chin and came back with a right.
Hockey, they would call that a D. His record to 38.
In the year 2000, ButterBean faces one of his most challenging opponents yet, Georgelindberger, known as the Terminator. George, resembling an Albanian mafia leader, shares a love for putting opponents to sleep. The expectations of an intense battle between these two forceful fighters are high. The fight begins, and within moments, the gang leader finds himself knocked out.
Ultimately, of course, he's fighting.
Undeterred, ButterBean dismisses any concerns, proclaiming that others' expectations are not his problem. With a precise shot, he ends the fight swiftly, a mere 19 seconds after it began. The anticipated war between them never materializes. It's 2004 and ButterBean was still getting paid to smack people in the face. Rodney Phillips becomes his next target, boasting a record of 7 wins and 16 losses, clearly indicating he is intended to be prey for the king. May realizes the magnitude of his decision to step into the ring with ButterBean after launching his most devastating bombs at Eric. Hesitation looms in Rodney's mind, and ButterBean masterfully demonstrates why people should fear getting too close. It's the iconic right overhand that propels Rodney's head through the air, earning Eric the 51st knockout of his career.
Rodney Phillips, you can see the belly closer than the head, too.
Ed New Jack White.
Ed White, towering at an impressive 6'6" in height, becomes ButterBean's next opponent.
And Ed White.
The complete mismatch. During the peak of wrestling's popularity, WrestleMania organizers attempted to incorporate real fights into their spectacle, resulting in genuine boxing matches. Professional wrestler Bart Gunn finds himself pitted against the legend, the big man himself, ButterBean. In mere moments, ButterBean's first punch connects with Bart's face, leaving him disoriented and falling to the ground. Though Bart manages to rise by the count of 9, he soon suffers a brutal knockout within the next 5 seconds, succumbing to 300 pounds of sheer power from ButterBean. That night, the pro wrestler learned the hard way not to mess with the wrong guy.